Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing part 2 of the West Ham United video series. I am going to be exploring what remains of the old historic Boleyn Ground. So, by now, as we all know, West Ham now play at the London Stadium. But before they played at this location. So let me go back in time and give you a little bit of a history tour of this place and the history of West Ham United at this location. West Ham moved to the stadium for the start of the 1904 to 1905 season. The stadium was built on a plot of land next to and in the grounds of Green Street House, and the field in which the pitch was to be laid on was originally used to grow potatoes and cabbages, and was often referred to by the locals as the cabbage patch or the potato field. West Ham's first game at their new home was against their great rivals Millwall on the 1st of September 1904, and it had an attendance of around 10,000 people, and eventually West Ham actually won the game 3-0. Over the next few decades, the ground was developed and improved to meet standards, but unfortunately in 1944, a German V1 flying bomb landed on the southwest corner of the pitch. The bomb not only caused severe damage to the ground, but the resulting fire also gutted the club's offices and destroyed historical records and documents. Over the next few decades, the stadium would undergo some renovations, especially in the 1990s after the Taylor Report. In the end, the stadium would finish with a capacity of about 35,000 people, and West Ham will continue to play at the Boleyn Ground until their farewell in 2016 when they moved to Stratford. So guys, the first cool tribute you have to West Ham is right here behind me. There's a garden here dedicated to various West Ham United fans from throughout the years and the decades. So these are all people, I'm guessing, who would be match-going fans or people who love the club, and their names are enshrined in this garden. I think most of them have sadly passed on, but I'm going to show you right now, as you can see. So as you can see, you've got the West Ham badge there and the names of a huge variety of fans. So you can see someone called Trevor Barker, someone called Ray Beadle, someone called Clifford Bish, you can see someone called John Brown, and as you can see how many people there are and how long they live for. So it says here the area is dedicated to the memory of all the West Ham United supporters who are remembered at the site of the Boleyn Ground, the club's home from 1904 to 2016. So as you go all the way around, you can see all the various names. So you can see someone here called Frederick Notes, who lived from 1920 to 2007, and so on and so forth. But that's a really, really cool tribute to the fans. Also as well, you've got this plaque saying "I'm forever blowing bubbles," obviously the club's tribute song. This plaque marks the location of a memorial capsule containing tributes to West Ham United supporters who are remembered at the site of the Boleyn Ground, the club's home from 1904 until 2016. And also as well, guys, you've got like some flowers here of like an iron, obviously the West Ham shape. So you've got the iron there, and then you can see here it's in claret and blue basically. I don't know why someone's put that food there, it's disgusting. But as you can see the tribute there to all these fantastic people. So guys, the official capacity on a match day, I believe at the time that West Ham left, was about 35,000 people basically. So it was a decent sized stadium. So before I try and find where the penalty spot was, the centre circle was, I'm gonna show you something cool that's also been left behind, which I think is really, really brilliant. So behind me is where the old West Ham Supporters Club was, and on it you can see something really, really cool. You've got the old West Ham badge. Now there's a plaque there that commemorates the badge being restored, I think last year in 2023. But that building there would have been a supporters club that would have held hundreds of thousands of fans over the years who would have gone there before a game, I'm guessing, or after a game, or throughout the week to discuss club issues and so on and so forth. But that was the original, one of the original club badges there. Changing the badge was quite controversial simply because, you know, changing the badge, it's always quite controversial because the old badge had like the castle on it and so on, but that is the old supporters club right there. Now you can't see it, but there's a plaque there saying Bobby Moore crest, and it says commemorating the restoration of the original Bobby Moore crest, which stood on the wall of the south bank of our West Ham United FC, reclaimed, restored, resurrected in 2023. So in front of me here would have been the old Bobby Moore stand. So I did come to Upton Park a couple times. The old Bobby Moore stand would have been where this building is right here. So fans would have come through here, and the Boleyn Ground stand would have been here, and the pitch would have been in this direction. So it would have been right here in front of me. So behind me you've got the statue of West Ham's World Cup winners from the England 1966 World Cup winning squad. So West Ham fans like to joke and say that they won the World Cup, and you could sort of pretty much agree with them. Over there you've got the captain holding the trophy, Bobby Moore, and you've got his England teammates who also play for West Ham, I believe. So you've got Martin Peters, who scored, and Sir Geoff Hurst as well, who scored the hat-trick in the final. Sir Geoff Hurst was the first man to score a hat-trick in a World Cup final until Kylian Mbappe did it in Qatar 2 years ago. But this cool statue still stands even though the club has moved from Upton Park. So as you walk around you can see the names. So you can see Martin Peters there. You've got Sir Geoff Hurst. You've got Bobby Moore, who was the captain. Ray Wilson, Alan Ball. These are all the World Cup winners, by the way. You've got Nobby Stiles, Sir Bobby Charlton. You've got George Cohen. So that's right. You've got Roger Hunt. You've got legendary goalkeeper Gordon Banks. You've got Jack Charlton, Leeds legend he is. And then the manager himself, Sir Alf Ramsey. And that is the whole squad commemorated in this statue. So here it says the champions. So England and West Ham United captain Bobby Moore, rest in peace, hoisted on the shoulders of his teammates, holds afloat the Jules Rimet Trophy. The famous image captures England's memorable 4-2 victory over West Germany in the 1966 World Cup final at Wembley Stadium. England goals were scored by West Ham United's Martin Peters and Geoff Hurst, whose hat-trick made him a footballing legend. It was a defining moment for both England and West Ham United. Sculpture by Philip Jackson, unveiled by the Duke of York on the 28th of April 2003. So guys, I'm going to go inside the pub across the road. It's called the Boleyn, obviously named after Anne Boleyn. And inside this pub, they've got some really cool West Ham memorabilia that I want to show you guys and see. So let's go inside now and have a look. So, sat here having a meal in this pub. And some really cool facts. So, because this pub was the closest pub to what was the Boleyn Ground, supporters would meet here and so on, including the West Ham Supporters Club. Now, another cool fact as well is that apparently Gandhi visited this pub. He came here, I think, in 1931, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Mahatma Gandhi used to visit London a couple times, and apparently he even attended 1 or 2 West Ham games. So this pub here has a lot of history in it. It's got nice architecture and so on and so forth. But really cool fact, so this pub actually was visited by Gandhi. So in this hallway they've got a variety of West Ham tributes. So this is the junction here, after they won a Cup Winners' Cup. You can see here some players here. Then you can see some West Ham squads there. I'm not sure when that was, but as you can see, it's some really cool memories going down the years, as you can see. This was the Boleyn Ground before the Taylor report, pretty much. And as you can see, some really cool photos. And you get an idea of what the ground looked like, obviously, before it was knocked down. You can see some memorabilia of some match programs. So Blackburn Rovers, 1960 in March. Man City, West Brom, Tottenham Hotspur. As you can see, you've got West Ham's World Cup winners there. And this is West Ham fans celebrating in the street, basically. So as you can see, it's just a history of West Ham United going back many years. I'm guessing that's Green Street there. And this looks like Bobby Moore and Sir Bobby Charlton, West Ham against Man United, if I'm not mistaken. Now guys, earlier in the video I mentioned, well not in this video, but in the old video about the London Stadium, I mentioned about the shops that served the stadium. So I'm walking by now, the area where the shops were, pie and mash and so on, and I can't see many left or any left. If I'm wrong, someone let me know. So as you can see, just some chicken and chip shops, a Ladbrokes. What's this? This is a pizza shop, some chicken and chip shops and a supermarket. Nathan's Pie and Mash is gone, so I can't see many of the old shops that were here during the era of Upton Park. So behind me you've got a mural of Billy Bonds and Trevor Brooking, which stands on the road, on Priory Road, which is the entrance to the old Boleyn Ground stand, and also the east stand as well, which was like single tier. So there's a mural there, as you can see, pretty much. And yeah guys, as you can see, I can't see too much more. So I know the entrance to the old Bobby Moore stand was this side as well. So over there is where we came from. That's where the supporters club was. And as you walk, this would have been the old east stand basically, pretty much, as you can see. These flats as well here guys, these flats that you can see in front of me, they would have had bird's eye view of the pitch, so people on these flats could see the pitch basically in full view. So especially on the last game at the Boleyn Ground, people in these flats were packed out. The flats were packed out with people, and they watched from there as obviously West Ham played obviously on this side on the pitch. So these flats had a fantastic view. Then in front of me there you've got Lyle House, which is named after former West Ham manager John Lyle, basically, as you can see there. And there's not too much here really in reference to West Ham, as far as I can see. I'm trying to find the centre spot. So here we are guys, this plaque marks the location of the centre circle at the former Boleyn Ground, under which a time capsule for Bobby Moore is buried. So Bobby Moore lived from 1941 to 1993. He sadly died early of cancer. So guys, as you can see, the centre spot is right there. So West Ham fans, let me know, what's your thoughts on the move? Because I think the move was a bad idea from a fan standpoint. I think you've lost a lot of your soul, a lot of your history, and I think the new stadium is a little bit soulless. But let me know in the comments, what do you think about the move, West Ham fans? Because this has over 100 years of history, 1904 to 2016. All the history that you've had, it's been just bulldozed. Let me know in the comments below. Something else that's a tribute to the football club is the names of the streets. So the street that I'm on now is called Shipbuilding Way. And as I mentioned in the London Stadium video, West Ham was founded as Thames Ironworks Football Club, basically, which was a bunch of ship makers. That is it guys for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Let me know, where should I go next? Did you enjoy the video? Write in the comments. In the meantime, I'll see you on the next video.